We're dancing all around it. Oh! Brutal. Not a single one in. That's terrible. Happy Thanksgiving, my friends. We've got another episode of the Build Show Gift Guide. That's right, this is my annual time to tell you about a couple things that are on my list that might be similar for the person on your list. Let's jump right into it, guys. I've got all kinds of good things, but let's start with some good education. If you're a builder and you're thinking about education, definitely these are two solid books. Mark Curson is an author who's a retired builder, a friend of mine, and I read this a couple years ago and I absolutely felt like this was the Bible for me. This is an amazing book for any builder on your list. And then Mark came out with this newer book about a year ago, and I'm actually in here. This is interviews with all kinds of builders. If you're a builder, remodeler, general contractor, all these stories are going to resonate with you. Either one of these would be a fantastic gift for the builder on your list. Okay, next up, no matter who you are, you need some organization in life. And building my own house, I have used this particular label maker a ton. This is the Brother P-Touch PTE 110, runs around $100. But here's a tip for you. Label makers are only as good as the tape, and you want to get the Brother tape. And I'm a big fan of the extra strong adhesive. This runs, $15 or so for a cartridge. They seem to last a really long time for me. But the extra strong adhesive is definitely what you want. Don't mess around with the standard stuff. You always want a stock of this. Okay, next up, a little more affordable. Check this out. For $10 at CountyComm, one of my favorite everyday carry sites, they've got this little parts tray, which is meant to be your valet tray. What I like about it, though, is if the power went out or if you're fumbling around in the dark trying to get out of the house, if you dropped your keys, your wallet, your cell phone, all the stuff that goes in your pockets, you're easily going to see it at night. It's crazy luminescent, and for $10, it's a deal. By the way, everything else on their site, from their titanium parts, titanium pens, all the everyday carry stuff, really cool site. Next up, Olight. You know I always carry a flashlight and a knife with me everywhere. My current favorite flashlight from them is on sale for about $28. This is the i5R. This takes a standard AA, but now it's including a AA that's rechargeable with a USB-C cable right here. So now I'm not throwing batteries away anymore. And I swear, these seem to last forever. Just don't lose them. If you lose them, they won't help you any. But all kinds of great attachments for your hat on here, in your pocket. Great flashlight, crazy low price. They have a couple other interesting ones. If you prefer the pen light style, this is the i3T that takes two AAA size batteries. And if you want a serious flashlight that you're going to do outdoors, hiking, RVing, all that kind of stuff, Olight has some great options. But check out their brand new Seeker 3 Pro. This is not an inexpensive light. I think this is on sale for like $115 or so, normally $120. This has some serious chops, 4,200 lumens, has a nice little travel case as well, but crazy bright. This is definitely what you want to take with you on any trip out of the house. Very nice flashlight. Now I mentioned I always carry a knife with me. For years, I've carried all kinds of different knives, from Benchmade's to Kershaw's, but guess who came out with their own line of knives? Now, I didn't want to recommend until I'd tried one, and they sent me this Splint to try out a couple of months ago, and I gotta say, this has been a fantastic knife. They're sold out of this one, but they've got a newer model called the Beagle, which I believe is online for about $60 right now. This is a really nice knife, and the thing that immediately impressed me out of the box on this was that it was hair shaving sharp, straight from the factory. For a $60 knife, to be able to shave with it right away, that's unheard of. All the knives that I've ever carried that were under $100, they always needed a fair amount of work to get them to be hair shaving sharp. And it's really kept its edge nicely. I've had this Splint in my pocket for probably the last 4 or 5 months, and I open boxes. I'm not shy with it, and it's worked really well. So I can vouch for the Olight quality. Very nice products. Okay, let's switch gears. Let's talk organization for a minute here. I'm a big fan of bags. I always have different bags for different occasions. But I've started using these YETI bags a ton just for carrying stuff to and from the house in the car when I've got all kinds of stuff going on. At any given moment, I'm gonna have some tools in here, some photo gear, water bottles, maybe my workout gear for the day. These are kind of pricey. They're 150 bucks. This might be a stretch gift for someone on your list. But I gotta say, this Camino 35 is a really nice bag. And the newer model now has this little pocket on the side so you can drop your water bottle on there and it won't roll over. And then I get on Etsy and I found, I've seen several people that do this. For like 10 bucks, you can get 3 or 4 of these made. And all the YETI bags have a patch spot on there. So I get them made with my name. So if it's sitting around at the office, everybody knows that's mine. Okay, next up for bags and organization. I found this at the photo shop the other day at Precision Camera where I shop. It's about 25 bucks. It's the Tenba Tools Cable Duo 4. 2 sides, one side that just has a big pocket for all the stuff that you're gonna want in your backpack. Pens and chargers and all that kind of stuff. But the other side has some loops that are specifically made for all of your cords. And I use a ton of different cords through my daily life, charging stuff and doing camera gear and that sort of thing. I really like this for 25 bucks. And then you can just toss it in your bag for taking it. And speaking of bags, this is the bag that I use pretty much every day on my work life. This is the eBags Pro Weekender, and for 90 bucks, this is a steal. All kinds of great pockets and organization. It's been really tough. I've had this one probably 3 or 4 years now. And speaking of Etsy, I got this logo made with someone else on Etsy, my company logo, sewed it on my bag, and now it looks like a custom bag. And for under 100 bucks, been super, super durable. I use that all the time. However, when I travel, I do switch bags though. Whenever I'm traveling, I'm looking for something that's gonna contain my photo gear. And I got turned on to this brand a couple years ago when I made a big trip overseas for 2 weeks. This one has an awesome photo carrier right on the inside. It's by this company called YETI, and this is their Provoke bag with the photography bundle. It's got a roll top. It's really handsome looking. It's got a great spot on the side for your tripod or your water bottle. This is a little bit more expensive. This is like 200 bucks for the photography bundle, but it's got a bunch of hidden goodies. And honestly, if you're protecting a $1,000 or a $5,000 camera, isn't it nice to have a bag that you're not worried about? And this is the bag. It's kind of cool. This is a spot for you to put your visa, your passport, that sort of thing on the back. And so it's in a really hard spot for a thief to get to. Mine's taken a little bit of abuse over the years. I've traveled a lot with it, but that's a terrific bag. Okay, and the last thing on my list, the Tupelo Cornhole set. Full disclosure, a good friend of mine works for this startup. There are a bunch of YETI people that started making these cornhole sets, and I gotta say, this is legit. This is as well made as anything I've ever seen out there. Not inexpensive at $900 and some for one of these sets, but man, this would be the last one that you ever buy. Really impressive and really high quality. Also heavy and durable. Guys, anything I talked about today, if there's a link in the description below, it might be an affiliate link. I appreciate you clicking on those links. That helps me and my family make money. And these things are genuinely things, though, that I've used and liked over the years. So this isn't stuff that I just got handed. Guys, if you're not currently a subscriber, hit that subscribe button below. We're on our way to 1 million subs. I'd love it if you'd hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.